The Ballad of Nox, A Baptism by Fire. The pixelated world of Britannia shimmered into existence, a glorious, blocky vista of green fields and quaint isometric towns. Nox, a fresh-faced human character, stood frozen, wide-eyed, in the middle of Trinzic's bustling square. The iconic Ultima Online login music, a symphony of medieval whimsy, still echoed in their ears, a stark contrast to the cacophony now surrounding them. "Holy shit!" Nox muttered aloud, a grin splitting their face. "It's even better than I remember the screenshots looking." The air hummed with the clatter of armored feet, the distant bleating of sheep, and the incessant high-pitched "Huzzah!" of town criers. This wasn't just a game. It was a living, breathing, slightly janky world. Nox started to explore, their virtual feet clunking awkwardly on the cobblestones. They passed by player-run vendors, their signs boasting wares like Rare Dragon Scales, 10K, and GM Crafter All Orders. A wave of nostalgia, even for a brand new player, washed over them. This was the Wild West of online gaming, a true sandbox where players shaped the economy, built the towns, and apparently yelled about their wares with the enthusiasm of a market hawker on meth. The constant clink, clink, clink of gold coins dropping from unseen pockets was a symphony of wealth, a promise of riches yet to be plundered. Right, Nox decided, first order of business, get rich or die trying. Probably the latter, knowing my luck. Armed with a rusty dagger and a prayer, Nox ventured just beyond Trinzic's sturdy walls. The green fields stretched out, dotted with harmless sheep, and, more importantly, rats. "All right, you furry little bastards," Nox whispered, their heart thumping with a mix of fear and adrenaline. They spotted their first target, a particularly plump rat gnawing on something indistinguishable. Nox charged, flailing their dagger. The rat squeaked, darted, and then, with a satisfying thwack, crumpled. A tiny pile of gold coins appeared. "Yes, take that, you disease-ridden rodent. Who's the boss now, huh?" Nox puffed out their chest, feeling like a seasoned warrior. The thrill of their first kill was intoxicating. Emboldened by their victory over the rodent menace, Nox decided to push their luck. "Rats are for noobs," they declared to precisely no one. Time for something bigger. They ignored the subtle shift in the background music, the way the cheerful chirping of birds slowly gave way to a more ominous, low hum. The fields gave way to denser woods, the trees gnarled and ancient, casting long, unsettling shadows. The air grew heavy, thick with an unspoken threat. Nox, still high on their rat-slaying prowess, barely noticed. "Just a little further," they muttered, "maybe a goblin or something. Something that actually fights back." Oh, how they would regret those words. The forest canopy suddenly darkened, as if all light had been sucked into a void. A figure materialized from behind a particularly ancient moss-covered oak. Tall, cloaked in obsidian black, and radiating an aura of pure, unadulterated menace, they moved with a predatory grace. This wasn't some clumsy NPC. This was Grimfang. His weapon, a wickedly curved scythe, glinted in the gloom. A wide, unsettling grin stretched across his face, a grin that screamed, "Fresh meat, finally!" Nox's stomach dropped faster than a lead balloon in a well. Every instinct screamed run. Grimfang didn't hesitate. He lunged, a silent, deadly blur. Nox fumbled with their hotkeys, desperately trying to open their backpack, to chug a potion, to do anything but stand there like a deer in headlights. Their character spun, a pathetic attempt at evasion, but it was useless. The scythe whistled through the air, a sickening thwack as it connected. Nox's health bar, once a comforting green, plummeted to a sliver of red. Another swing, another brutal hit. Panic flared, hot and sharp. "Oh, you motherf!" Nox screamed, hammering keys, trying to escape the inevitable. The final blow landed with a sickening crunch. Nox's character crumpled to the ground, a ragdoll of pixels. The screen faded to black, only to be replaced by the stark, undeniable truth. a gray, pixelated gravestone, and in bold red letters, the soul-crushing message: "You are dead." The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the faint, mocking chirping of digital crickets. All that hard-earned gold, gone. All that shiny new gear, gone. You bastard," Knox whispered, staring at the screen, a mixture of disbelief and profound irritation washing over them. Knox respawned in the healer's room, naked, disoriented, and utterly humiliated. The kindly old healer NPC just stood there, radiating an irritating aura of serene indifference. "Well, that was a fucking rude awakening," Knox muttered, rubbing their temples. Their inventory was empty, their pride shattered. The initial shock gave way to a simmering rage. That cloaked asshole, just waiting for some poor, unsuspecting noob to wander into his little murder playground. What a goddamn psycho. Knox paced the small, sterile room, muttering curses under their breath. But a strange thing happened. The anger, sharp and hot, began to cool, replaced by a slow, wry chuckle, then a full-blown, cynical laugh. All right, I get it," Knox said, shaking their head. "Welcome to Ultima Online, you naive bastard. This wasn't some hand-holding theme park MMO. This was Britannia, a brutal, unforgiving, glorious mess where player killers lurked, and death was just a minor inconvenience, a lesson learned. This was their true baptism by fire. The taste of vengeance, bitter and sweet, already started to form on their tongue." Knox walked out of the healer's room, a new glint in their eyes. The wide-eyed wonder was gone, replaced by a steely resolve. They headed straight for the nearest weapon vendor, their few remaining gold coins clinking ominously. "All right, Grimfang," Knox whispered, a dark smile spreading across their face. "You think you're hot shit, huh? Just you wait. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. Because in Britannia, it's only a matter of time before I get my shot back. And then, you'll be the one staring at a gravestone, you son of a bitch." The hunt had begun.